Everybody, I'm Nikki D and you found Five Dog Farm. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you being here. Today I wanted to show you a garden spray that I want to try. If you've been with me for a while, you'll know in the past I did a test with vinegar in the garden on weeds, and it did work. I was happy about that. You do have to be careful with the vinegar because if you have little froggies like we do, it can kill them. So we're very careful about where we put it. We make sure it's right on the weed, and even when I'm mowing, if I see frogs, I stop the mower, I get off, I move the frog. It just is what it is. So we try to be very careful with anything that we use here. I had some real pest problems last year that was just driving me nuts, and I got so upset about it that unfortunately on my bean plant, I grabbed my neem oil and just blasted the plant. The bugs, the bean bugs, survived. The plant barely made it. So I decided to do a little more research this year and kind of curb my upset about what's coming by getting ahead of the game and having a few things in my potting shed that I can reach for and that are ready to go instead of me scrambling from behind, which sometimes I do. This is one of them. It's a garlic spray. We love garlic. I'm growing the one variety, the Nutka Rose that we like, and a new one, Music. I'm hoping eventually to just have beds and beds and beds of garlic because we just love the stuff. In this case, what we grew last year, we're still finishing. I think our harvest should coincide just about the time we run out, so that worked great. But I want to make enough for everybody in the family and to be able to make this garlic spray. So one of the key factors with garlic is it has a sulfur compound in it, and pests that lay eggs on your plants don't like the sulfur compound. So I like that a lot, and that's why I'm going to give garlic a try. It also helps with powdery mildew, which is a good thing because here in Tennessee we do get quite a bit of rain, and I think some of my plants had that problem. Again, I'm learning, so it's hard for me to put disease with plant and understand, but as time goes on, I'll know better. So that's kind of the reason behind why I decided to go with the garlic spray. It's quite simple. All you need to do is find where you put your garlic. It's over here. 1 second. Not quite sure why I put my garlic over there. But you want to take 2 to 3 bulbs, the whole bulb, and bust the cloves off, but leave the skin on. You know, isn't that nice? You don't have to remove the skin because that's quite the chore, and usually I have my granddaughter do it for me. She helps me in the kitchen, and she's able to take the skin off quicker than I can. So 2 to 3 bulbs of garlic, skin on, break it into the cloves. I used some garlic that looked that we had in our basket instead of using really good garlic. But if all your garlic looks great, just use 2 to 3 bulbs and you're good. Then you're going to want in your food processor or your blender. I could not find the top to my blender because I think for pureeing something and really getting it fine, my blender is better. But here we are with this little fun toy that I use for making smoothies and things like that. So you're going to want to put your 2 to 3 bulbs of garlic in 4 cups of water. You're going to want 1 more cup of water on the side, but you're going to just pop these in there. We're going to put this on. We're going to suffer through a little bit of noise here really quick. I need to plug this in. I just realized me standing here saying whir isn't going to work. So let me take 1 second and go plug this in. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now, bear with me, I'll turn the sound down here so you don't have to hear it, but we want to get this as pulverized as possible. And this little sucker is not really happy about the water. So apparently something this size is not working for me. I do have a larger one now. As you can see, this is definitely a recipe I have not done before, and again, I would have used my blender for this had I been able to find it, which I couldn't. So we're just going to use a taller one because the water is whipping up fast enough that it's coming out the sides. And hey, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to redo anything because this is what happened and it's how it goes. So we're going to go into a bigger food processor pitcher here. Oh gosh, that smells so good. I love garlic smell. Anything I can get it. Just love it. I could have been a garlic farmer, I think. All right, put that aside. Let's see if the taller one will do a better job of keeping the water in, I hope. Now, we do have one more cup of water to add. Because of what we learned over here with this lesson, I'm not going to add it because I can't see how it's going to make much of a difference in how it's pulverizing things right now anyway. So I'm going to whir this a little bit more. If you have a larger blender, just go ahead and at this point pour your next cup. You're going to end up using 5 full cups of water in, and you can whir it all together. In my case, it's all going to end up together anyway, so I'm just going to keep processing this and get it a little more broken down. All right, I like how that's looking. So now we're going to do some straining. Hadn't expected to have this available to me, so we're just going to go instead of the bowl, use some cheesecloth or whatever you use to strain. Use a towel or what have you, however you do it. Getting the bits of garlic off of here. Get these out of my way so I don't reach out and grab them. And then again, remember, you're putting it through a sprayer. You don't want bits of anything, so I'm going to strain it a couple of times. All right, there's our first straining. I'm going to squeeze that all out. And I'm going to do it again, just to make sure that the bits and pieces and whatnot have come out. I guess I'll use the bowl now. I'm showing you all the things that you don't want to end up having to do at home. Now you know how this goes. This is literally the first time I have ever made this, and I'm looking forward to giving it a try in the garden. You know what? I don't like that. I think I'm going to dump this in here. I'm afraid that the cheesecloth will fall right down into it. So let me just get this out of here. You know, there's definitely nothing on the homestead that when you're learning is 100%. I guess that's why it's called learning. You know, you just don't come to all of this knowing. All right, so one more time through. It looks like we pretty much got all the bits. I think we did really good here. All right, so there's that yummy smell. I think if anybody walked in, they'd think I was making spaghetti or something, because whenever you smell, when you smell the garlic, I'm usually doing something Italian. All right, so you add 1 more cup of water. So again, that makes 5 cups of water. Now, you could leave it just like this, and you use 1 part of your garlic concentrate, 1 part to 10 parts water. So you could put 1 part in here, and then the rest, 10 parts of your water in a sprayer like this, or this is probably overkill, but I couldn't find my 1 gallon. But you could use one of your monster pressure sprayers. I will be using my 1 gallon to do the garden because I'm going to do everything in my power to keep those pests out. Whether I'm putting tulle to cover the garden and then pulling it off. Those squash beetles are not coming back this year, I'm telling you. So you could leave it like this. What else could you do? Well, I have homemade hot sauce. I made Tabasco sauce this year out of our Tabasco peppers. So you could put a couple of drops in there. You could put some mint. There are pests that don't care for mint. So if you have mint, like we do, put that in while you're blending your garlic. Again, it's got to go through here, or it's got to go through here. All right? Now there is one other item, and it was here a second ago. Where did it go? It's dish detergent, and it's my South Suds. and it was just here. So I'm gonna go find it, just a second. So there's one other item you want to put in, and it would be a dish detergent. I like Salsuts because they are biodegradable. And you're only going to use a couple of drops, which in this case, it's been so gosh darn cold, I don't know if I'm gonna get drops or glops. But you would want to put that in here too. Well, we'll call that a drop because it is literally cold. I had it stored in the farmhouse, which those of you who are following along the story of the farmhouse, we're just getting our wood heat in there. We've been staying with Gigi while we've been trying to get the farm finished. And it just takes a while to get all of this done. We definitely had bit off more than we could chew by bringing in the animals first and then building and then doing the house. Oh my goodness, it was just a matter of cart before horse. But that's okay. It's not a big deal. It is what it is. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and whir up the Salsuts. I put about 5 little glops in there, but you know, if you live in a house with heat, you'll want to do drops. So let me whir this really quick. Just want to give it a quick little mix. And that's it. At this point, you'll pour it into whatever sprayer of your choice. Again, 1 part garlic spray, 10 parts water, and you'll want to spray your plants. You want to spray the leaves on top, and you want to spray the leaves underneath. And you want to do it in the morning. You don't want to do it in the afternoon when it's hot, and you don't want to do it in the evening. You do it in the morning, kind of after the dew has left the building, because if this gets wet, you'll need to reapply. So if it rains, you're going to need to respray again. So that's why you wouldn't want to do it in the evening time, because then the dew comes and washes it all off, and now you're really having to do it daily. Anyway, there is a very simple and easy homemade pest killer and mildew fixer that you can do in your own home. I'm sure you have these things. If you have a different type of homemade pest spray or something that you do to keep pests out of your garden, oh please let me know because I do not want to fight the bugs like I did last year. Hope you give this a try. Like I said, it's very, very simple to do, and I really appreciate you watching. Hit the like button. Please subscribe so you get alerts when our other videos come up. And again, this is Nikki D from 5 Dog Farm. I'll talk to you soon.